Whether you're studying a play, poetry, a novel, or just annotating some notes, it's useful to know how to make sure your page doesn't look like a disorganised mess. Okay, hear me out. I love highlighters as much as the next person, if you couldn't tell. But I always found that they used to bleed through my pages and also smudge and just generally end up looking horrible, especially when you have thicker highlighters that are just thicker than the actual line of the small page that you're annotating. If you have highlighters that work for you, then I recommend that you stick with them, but I decided to stop using highlighters altogether. So what do I do instead? I use coloured biros and gel ink pens to underline and circle the bits of text that I would normally highlight. This is also handy if I need to use two colours for one bit of text. Having a key is so important, and it makes looking back through the text so much easier. I normally have a really simple key, but if there are more things that you need to explore, then I would recommend that you just do a brainstorm of anything that you think will come up, remembering of course that you can always add in a new colour. If there's something that rarely comes up, then you could use a symbol. For example, I use a circle for critics. This is such a small thing that I just need to say, because all of my paper page markers always end up getting ripped, so make sure you use plastic page markers. And you can also get them in colours that correlate to topics that you're exploring. For example, pink could be a change in scene, which you underline with your pen, but you can also mark with a page turner significant changes in scene. Always try and make sure that you get the same copy of the book that most people in your class are using and your teacher is using. This is something that I didn't even think about, but you end up spending the entire lesson trying to find a specific quotation that everyone already has. This also applies to things like plays or poetry, because there can also be differences. My final tip is especially useful if you're looking after something like a novel. Now, you don't have to give it a nice bed in your room or anything, but just try and keep it safe in your bag and try to make sure it doesn't get too damaged. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Follow along for more content like this.